Draft to the future. Yeah! Run the metrics, breaking down the tape now. See the vision of a future great now. Data-driven, film confirmed. That's the motto, lesson learned. Data-driven, film confirmed. Welcome to the show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Draft of the Future. This is Ryan. I'm really excited to get going on these 2027 player profiles. The first player I'm going to start with is my guy, Amare Thomas out of Houston. And the reason I picked Amare Thomas out of Houston is because he transferred in to Houston last season from a smaller school. And unlike most players, you normally expect them to take a step back when they go into a bigger competition. But all he did was have the best season of his college career. And he looked dominant the entire season. You know, he had to deal with a little bit of a target share with a guy like Tanner Koziel, but he became a top target for Connor Wegman. So I'm really excited about the prospects of his play this year and what he can do. So before I get going into actually some of his film here, he's 6 foot, 205 pounds. He's got great speed and twitch. And then, last year he had just under 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. I really do think he can be a star at the next level. So we're going to get right into it. And we're going to start talking about this first play. And this first play that I'm choosing to play, it's because of his blocking, not because of his receiving or his twitchiness. It's about his willingness to block, and that's huge for a wide receiver. So let's go ahead and start that. All right, he's up top there. He goes, hits the block right here on the defender, and that is enough to help the running back move all the way up into position to get the first down. Without that block, and we'll go watch it again. Without that block, you can see him here right now. He's at like the 44-yard line, 43-yard line, and he's about to pop this defender. Boom. And he hits him, and that's enough to spring the running back out. That's huge. That can be a game-changing type play. Now they're in field goal range. They got a first down, new set of downs, and they're down 14. So that's a huge play to make. All right. This next one, this is all about showing speed to beat the defenders. All right. He's going to come around behind the quarterback, catch a little swing pass. I'll just let you watch. Here he comes around the back, catches the pass, looks like he's dead, but he's got the speed. Now, could that have partially been a bad angle? Sure. But we're going to watch it again. He's got that full head of steam, catches it. It's a good pass, too, and he just gets right past. And now they actually called that incomplete initially, but he did end up eventually making they returned it and called it a touchdown. So great play there, good speed. This next one, very odd play. Looks like he's going to get hit, but watch what happens when he makes the catch. Here we go. He's right here. He's coming across the middle. Goes out of screen there for a second. Looks like he's going to hit and just does this little move. Let's watch that again. Just absolutely incredible athleticism to be able to make that catch and then have the body control to be able to get around that defender and miss the big hit. All right. Next play. This is about working back to the quarterback on a scramble, which he has done a lot pretty consistently in the film. So we'll show this next play. He's down here in the bottom. Wegman gets out and is rolling out because he's got a little pressure. And he finds a spot, drops down, makes a touchdown catch. Wegman did that with him quite a few times. All right, sorry, this next play. This is one of those things that I did see him do more often than I would like, which is not getting up enough depth on the target. I mean, on the route to be able to get a first down. So for here, we'll play this. He's at the top. You see where the first down marker is, and he needs to get another yard or two down the line um, for that to be a successful play. Because again, you see the yellow line, and he gets about a half a yard short of that yellow line. We'll watch it again, but a half a yard short, and then he gets driven back immediately. So no first down on a fourth down play. That is bad field awareness, and that's all about knowing where to get to with the sticks. All right. And the next two plays are going to be back-to-back plays here that talk about timing the route and then also his yards after the catch ability. All right, here we go on the bottom. He sinks right into that spot, right? He knows where his quarterback's going. He's drop, stops, and then boom. Great move to get an extra 15 yards or so. And then again, this next play catches it out, little screen pass, and misses one tackle, makes another one miss, and then gets a first down. He did that all season long, nonstop, all season long. That was his MO, yards after the catch. So now we're going to move on to another game. The first play, I should have saved this next play for the last one to cap it off because it's honestly just absurd. But he makes a great contested catch, multiple broken tackles, turns on the speed and gets a touchdown. Check this out. Up at the top, ball zipped into him, bounces off. Two other guys are just tackling him. He's like, no thanks. And then boom, he is gone all the way to the end zone. Obviously, I'm a Bengals fan. If you haven't seen Jamar Chase do that to defenders all the time, I don't know where you've been, but he did that in a Ravens game where he just completely outran the entire defense, and that's kind of what happened here too. Broken tackles followed by outrunning the defense. I'm not saying that Amare Thomas is going to be Jamar Chase, but what I'm saying is at 6'205", he's got the size to take a hit, and he's got the speed to really take the top off of defense. I honestly think he can be an absolute star on Sundays. All right. Now this next play, he doesn't make the catch. I don't know that he's even had the ball thrown to him. But it's about a great release. He beats the defensive back. If the quarterback wanted to go to him, he could have. So we'll see this here. All right, he's right there at the top. And just the little inside move there, he beats the defensive back, and he's wide open. We'll play that again because it's hard. Should have slowed that one down for you. But if you watch, about 5 yards down the line, he gets open. Great speed off the line, good release, open right there. All right. Next play. Next play is another big block. Again, love that in a wide receiver. This is Connor Wegman is a great running quarterback, and this block by Amare Thomas probably gives him another 20 yards. So watch this here. All right, so we got him down here in the slot. Gets a block. Boom, hits it right there, right as he was trying to come back to the quarterback, and the quarterback's able to make another move. Let's watch that again. That's the play before. Go ahead and watch that one again. Gets open on the quick release. All right, here we go for the block. He engages with the guy, and the guy's trying to get away from him the whole time, but he doesn't let it happen. Quarterback cuts in, and he's able to make the block another 15, 20 yards. That's exactly the type of player he is. He doesn't give up on plays. He continues to push, and whether he's the one getting the ball or not. All right, and then this one here at the top of the route, he makes a nice little move to get open. Boom, cuts inside, and then Connor Wegman throws a duck. We'll watch it again after the run here. Watch this little move. Boom, foot in the ground, makes the cut, and then, like I said, Connor Wegman threw a duck there. So it was an incomplete pass, but really good route, quickness, didn't, sold it with his head. So I really think that that was a good example of the type of route runner he is. And then the last one here is another play where he finds a spot for a scrambling quarterback. And this one I use the replay version because it was easier to see. All right, so we got Amare Thomas here. Wegman starts to scramble, and he just stops, finds the open spot in the defense, and is able to be that safety net for his quarterback. All right, now I apologize to everyone for not having like all 22 and everything like that. I have a hard time getting that a lot of times and don't pay for it yet. So is what it is. But that's Amare Thomas. Honestly, with Tanner Koziel gone and the additions that Houston made to their team to include guys like Shadra Hurst, who I'll be covering this year as well. I honestly think Amare Thomas, you're looking at 1,300 yards, 10 to 15 touchdowns. And he's a guy that I think if he tests well, you could see him flying up boards. I'm not real big into predicting the round or anything like that this early on, but I do think he's a guy that's going to go in the top half of the draft. I would take him in the top half of the draft right now. And I think that another good year is going to do that for him. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can see all of our future videos. And as always with these player profiles, I'm going to be following Amare Thomas throughout the season, updating you on how he's doing, what I see, what he's improved on, the things that I would like to see him improve on. Would be knowing where to get to on those first down plays, those short yards first down plays. And then honestly, other than that, it's just having another consistent year like this. He could improve a little bit on contested catches, but for the most part, he's had a good time there, and he was great with the drops last year. So I hope that he just continues to do what he did last year. Make sure that you follow. Make sure you subscribe. We got a lot of videos coming up. We're really excited for year 2. Thanks again, everyone. Have a good one.